Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of the CHS Weekly Report. I'm your host, Kristen Peterson, Associate Principal of Chesterton High School, and this week's guests are members of the Chesterton High School football team. Thanks for coming in today, guys. First, could you introduce yourselves to the listeners and tell us what grade you're in and what position you play?
My name's Aiden Weaver. I'm a senior, and I play wide receiver.
My name's Zach Coursel. I'm a senior also, and I play safety.
I'm Bryce Thoma. I'm a senior in 12th grade, and I play slot, receiver, and a little bit of running back.
My name is Rylind. Rylind Dela Cruz. I'm a junior, and I play middle linebacker.
Thank you. Can you tell us if you're involved in any other sports or clubs at CHS?
I'm involved in wrestling. That's about it.
I play lacrosse.
I run track and field, and then I'm also in student government, National Honor Society, and the Red Cross Club.
I throw a shot at track.
So all of you are involved in multiple things. That's great.
Yep.
Is there a coach or another athlete that you have looked up to as a role model, and why?
Oh, honestly, I'd say my position coach, Coach Dzinski, just because he's always really patient with us, but he's not afraid to get after us and direct us in the right path when we're not doing what we're supposed to.
I think mine would be my position coach, also Coach Bamber. He's always pushed me and never given up on me through 3 years now. So
I guess we're all going with our position coaches. I'm going to go with Coach McCormick. He's a new coach with us this year, but I've got a great relationship with him, a good connection with him, and he's always there for me, whether it's about football or something else, and he's just probably one of the most creative coaches I played with.
I kind of have two role models. Mainly Coach Floyd. He's been really coaching me through these sophomore year and this junior year all summer, and also Matt McCracken last year. He's really helped me and watch film with me and really made me what I am.
Great. Can you tell us how long you guys have been playing football?
This will be my 6th year. I started in 7th grade at the middle school.
This will be my 12th year. I started when I was 5 in the Pop Warner level.
This is my 5th year, I should say. I started in 8th grade at Pop Warner level.
This will be my 8th grade. I started in Pop Warner when I was younger, and I didn't really play in middle school, but I started playing high school again.
Great. So tell us a little bit about how this season has been going for the CHS football team.
I think it's been going pretty well. We have a lot of returning people on offense and pretty much a whole new defense, but I think we're doing a lot. We're doing pretty well. We're showing people what Chesterton can do.
I can second on that. I feel really good right now. We have 17 starters, 17 seniors that are out of the 25.
Yep.
I think we all really came together in the summer and we've been bonding really well, and I think it's going to be a good season. Yeah,
I also feel like we're in a really good spot right now. We're kind of getting the swing of things. Obviously, we lost Chris last year, but I got great confidence in either of our quarterbacks, the guys we've been working with, McCormick or Boswell. Lost a lot of guys on defense, I think up to 9 seniors last year. But, guys like obviously Zach and Rylind on defense have really stepped in and made a big impact for us.
I also feel really good. Offensively we're strong, and defensively we're even stronger. So I think it'll be a good season. I'm really excited.
Actually, from my perspective, I would agree with all of you because it does seem like you kind of all get along pretty well together and seem to be bonding. So I'm happy to kind of hear you say the same things, I guess. What, in your opinion, makes a person a good football player?
Obviously you have to have skill, but it's more being a big team player and being able to be a leader. Not only holding yourself to a high standard, but holding your teammates to a high standard really elevates your team play.
I would have to say heart. Not everything goes your way throughout the season, and it can be ups and downs, and you just got to keep digging and just keep fighting, and it'll work itself out.
I'd say more than anything, handling adversity and being able to turn failure into a positive, and just being looked at. Personally, I've been always a shorter athlete in whatever sport I've been in. I've always heard a bunch of different things, whatever it may be. So you always just got to be able to roll with the punches and be able to get through and just have the right mental state of mind.
I kind of agree with what Zach said, being able to play with heart, having passion for the sport, really what makes a good football player, I think, and skill, of course, yeah.
And Bryce, I'm sure hearing those types of things probably just motivates you more because it always did me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
no
I
doubt.
would agree. All right, is there anything specific that you can think of that has made you personally a better player this year?
This year I've just after last year coming so short of winning the sectional title, I feel like that's been the main motivator for me, just wanting to do what I don't think's been done before at Chesterton and just come out and show people what we actually can do.
I think this will be my first year playing varsity, and for the past 2 years, I've been back on the sidelines, just taking in from the seniors and learning, and feel like this is my time, and I'm really appreciative for this opportunity.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with what Weaver said. I had a pretty big role last season within the offense, and there was probably no worse feeling I could ever compare to sitting on that scoreboard or looking up at that scoreboard. I remember sitting on the opposite sideline, staring up at it, tears in my eyes, to be honest with you, and there's nothing that's gave me more motivation or wanted me to work harder to get to where I wanted to be this season over the offseason.
Yeah, I agree. The Penn game, the loss was really tough. Even though I didn't play at all, I just understood, it was the last game for all the seniors, unless they were going to go play in college, but most of them ended up not, and it was just, kind of hit me that, we don't always have, more football to go to, and it's going to end soon, so.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that the other three are actually seniors as it is, so it does go fast. All right, let's go with how much you practice. How much do you guys spend practicing each week, and kind of give us the rundown of what that looks like?
Every day after school we go to 5:45. Sometimes we end up leaving at 6. So every day, 2.5 hours, and it's just, working through everything we feel we need to prepare for the team we play.
Yeah, and explain to people and a lot of people don't understand that it's a different thing kind of each day, how you go about preparing for the next week. So give us a little more information.
Yeah, so Monday is kind of like a walkthrough type of day where we watch film, come together, learn the game plan, and then Tuesday and Wednesday are full pads type of day. We would really rep our game plan, and we go on to Thursday. And
Thursday are normally more of our walkthrough days, but we kind of just like to perfect everything, get it ready, for the game we have on Friday. So that's normally what we just do on Thursdays.
And Friday's game day, so, just everyone's nerves are high, just have to calm down and then play the game.
And I don't think many people realize you guys are up first thing Saturday
Yeah,
morning.
Saturday.
Saturday morning up. Got
Saturday
film,
morning.
Yeah, we have
lifting,
film.
all that type of stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
and it's quite the
Go to
commitment.
the JV game.
Always love the JV games.
But
Probably the
there's-
best part of my weekend, to be honest.
The
Love
donuts
them.
are the best part, though.
6 days a week.
Donuts, yeah.
Donuts.
Coach
Donuts
Felix sells
Saturday
up.
morning,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Definitely a commitment.
Yes, for sure. All right, pertaining to football, you guys kind of already mentioned the, sectional loss and trying to come back this year and still accomplish that goal. But individually, what type of personal goals do you have?
My goal is to just, I feel like I wasn't looked upon as a major part of the offense coming into this year, so my goal is to prove everyone who thought that wrong and just show that I can perform.
My goal would just be to lead the secondary. From last year, we graduated, 5 starters, seniors, and somebody had to step up and be the leader for the DBs, and I think I've taken on that role pretty well so far.
I would agree.
I'd say my personal, individual goal this season would be just to be a better role model out there. I definitely have practice. I come in, I'm not feeling it, I'm not talkative, I may be moody, something like that. And I just know there's a lot of younger guys coming through our program, and they need someone to look up to, just like I had guys to look up to, like Chris Mullen or Bryce Pickering, any of those guys who walked me through. So I just want to be able to be like that for the sophomores and juniors we got coming through.
My main goal is to, be a role model for all the young kids the same way I looked up to all the older varsity players, and then just being able to become a better player in my position, and then just get stronger and stuff over the season and not lose anything. Stay not injured too.
Yeah, exactly. All right, what is your favorite part about being on the CHS football team?
Got to be the team aspect. Especially this year, everyone's come so close together. We're doing stuff outside of just football, getting together. Our Thursday dinner is probably the highlight of the week.
Awesome.
But we're so much more than just a football team.
I'd have to say those Friday night lights, man. After we run out of the tunnel, it just really hits you when you look up into the crowd, and it's something.
Enjoy every one of them.
Yeah, it's definitely all worth it. I'm going to go with what Zach said, going out there on Friday night, hearing the fans going crazy, coming through the tunnel, chanting with your team. But I also like to add in the aspect what Aiden said, we're a lot more than just a team. We are a family, and there's guys that, may not have the same interests as you, may not have the same goals as you outside of school, or may not, whatever it may be. But when it comes to football, it comes to us working together, we do a great job at that. I love those guys, so.
Yeah, I agree with all they said. Just being out there on the field Friday night is just a crazy thrill, and like seeing all the people yelling and stuff is just really fun. And then again, we're still all a team and together and like kind of really like a family, which is like the best part. So
That's
yeah.
awesome. So what are some of the challenges that you face as a student athlete?
Managing like schoolwork and athletics, because getting home like 6:30 at night, like you're tired from practice, but you have to find time to like study, make sure you keep your academics up, because at the end of the day, you're a student athlete. Student comes first.
Yeah, I would say like managing your time really well, because like he said, when we get home pretty late, so you really got to take advantage of the SRT, and our coaches do a really good job at focusing on academics first. So
I would say obviously you got to have good time management as a student athlete, but more than that, having your priorities straight. I've seen get conflicted or be thinking about a big game coming up or something that happened in practice. You may get down, or it may be in your head, and you may not have your thoughts on your school, but obviously you can't play if you don't have good grades, or at least up to standard. And so it's just about having your priorities straight, making sure you're getting done what you need to get done in the classroom, and being a student before you're the athlete.
Yeah, I agree. You just kind of have to have like that switch of athlete and school mode. So when you're not out on the field, you have to be doing your schoolwork to stay on top of it, because it's really the most important thing.
I would actually include and point out that, because I think obviously there's sometimes stereotypes about football players, but in the last 2 years we've had some of the smartest kids on the football team that we have in the school. So that's kudos to all of you guys, because I know that is a difficult feat. So congratulations. How many of you are, I guess, let's go with the seniors, sorry, Rylind, but just tell us what you're thinking you're going to do when you graduate.
I'd like to go to IU and try and become a psychiatrist.
Awesome.
yeah, I'm looking at a couple colleges right now: Ball State, Indiana State, maybe University of Tampa for lacrosse. Might go take a visit down there.
As far as my major, I'm not really decided on that yet. I'm either going to go into some form of business, like international business, or maybe pre-law. I'm not too sure as to where I want to go yet, but I would like to travel outside of the state, maybe go to a state like California. I got a lot of schools I'm looking at there, so that'd probably be my go-to so far.
Rylind, do you have ideas?
I don't know. I've just kind of been thinking about it. You know, depending on what happens, you know, either if I could play in college, I would play college. But if I don't, I'll probably end up going into a trade or something like that.
Good. All right, tell us about a major highlight or achievement for yourself in football in the past.
For me, it'd probably end up being last year against Lake Central. Our starting punter was hurt, and so I had to go in, and I feel like, you know, for me being able to step in and still being able to flip the field when I'm needed, that was a big part.
I'd have to say we had a scrimmage against Northwood a couple of weeks ago, and I had 2 picks in that scrimmage, so I really think I proved myself to Coach Bamber and all the coaches that I belong.
So my first game starting, I played a little bit of varsity as a sophomore, but my first game starting was definitely my junior year at Hobart, and I had a 70-yard touchdown on, I think, the first or second drive of the second half. And that was just such a surreal moment for me. And it was a big, I obviously came to that game with a lot of nerves. And it was just more than proving everyone else wrong. I was able to prove myself wrong, show myself I'm able to go out here and make those plays.
You had a similar one this year, actually, too.
Yeah,
So at home.
Yeah,
Good for you.
85.
I don't really have like a really big highlight yet, but you know, I'll get one. So,
Absolutely.
I haven't really done
That's
one.
all right.
We'll
You have
get
time.
there,
You have
Ryland. Yeah,
time.
you got this.
It'll happen.
All right, tell us about any pregame or postgame routines that you guys have that help you get into the frame of mind to play.
One of my favorite things we do is Coach Snyder does a chant, like a "Let's Go" chant, like in the locker room, and that if you don't get fired up with that, something might be wrong with you, 'cause that's awesome, but that's got to be my favorite routine.
I gotta go off that. Yeah, Coach Snyder's pregame chant is something that it gives you chills when you hear it, and you just want to run through a brick wall after that, and you're ready to go to battle.
No doubt, Coach Snyder's chant's definitely, something that gets you going. His go chant, whatever type of speech he gives you before the game, obviously get your blood running. But more than that, I guess for a pregame ritual, I always pray before a game and talk to God, because my favorite Bible verse is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and I truly believe that. So I always like to thank Him before the game and ask Him to be with my teammates and everyone else out on the field to keep us all safe.
Yeah, I agree. Coach Snyder definitely gives you that like pregame like pump. But as far as like pregame goes, I kind of just listen to music and kind of like just relax, try to like get ready for the game.
Can you share with us the chant that Coach Snyder leads
It's more like
It's like
I don't know. How to
depends on the
explain. It's
game.
like
So-
we all come together, kind of, and he just
lights go off.
yeah.
We turn off the lights. Everyone kneels down. We get in like a big circle, and it starts off with just Coach Snyder. He's like, "All right, let's go," and we start go.
Yeah,
Go.
It just gets faster
Real
and
quietly
faster.
and real
Pick it up,
slow, and
pick
then it
it
starts
up.
to get louder and louder and faster and faster. And
Yeah.
by the time it's over, everyone's up, jumping around, screaming, yelling, "Go!" and
Yeah.
going wild and banging things, and just it's a lot of fun.
That's
Yeah.
cool. All right, tell us a little bit about the DAC this year, who our biggest rivals are, and how you think it's going to shake out.
DAC is always one of the tougher conferences, I'd say, in Indiana. We have a lot of really good competition here. Maryville's always good, but I'd say for rival, it's always Valpo, always.
Oh yeah, like he said, the DAC is one of the best conferences around here. Maryville's always been a powerhouse these last couple of years, and it's always a battle. But yeah, Valpo, KVA, yeah, we don't like them. So
We got to cut that out. Can't include that.
What, KVA?
Yes, not on the radio.
Oh, okay.
I got you, but that's more like your guys' locker room thing. It's all good.
Oh, so obviously, DAC, like Aiden was saying, one of the toughest conferences in Indiana for sure. A lot of great teams, Maryville, Crown Point's been adding some things. LaPorte's got a new coach, all that type of things that's been going on. But obviously, I got to say Valpo, obviously Valpo and Chesterton have been rivals for a very long time, no matter what the sport is, two sides, so it's got to be Valpo. And I just personally, I really, really dislike Valpo. I'll just
We
say
don't
that.
like 'em.
Yeah, if we don't like them at all.
We want to win.
We want to beat them.
Yes.
We want to beat them bad.
Yeah, I agree. As far as that goes, Valpo for sure is our main rival, and a bunch of schools. Every year changes what team, how good they're going to be. But Maryville's also one of those big teams, and no one really likes color green anyways. So
It is kind of ugly, I would agree.
yeah.
It's not a good color.
All right, so tell us about tonight's game, who we're playing, what time, when should we be there, all the good things.
Tonight's game is at home against Michigan City. Kickoff is at 7. Michigan City's always got a bunch of freak athletes, but honestly, I feel like our team, our competition, and our discipline is just better than theirs, and I think we'll come out with the win.
Yeah, like he said, the time. Michigan City never really likes us or respects us, and their coach says some things, and we just gotta build off that. And they got some athletes, and we got some athletes, so it should be a good game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. No, Michigan City's always stacked. Got athletes across the board, maybe better athletes than us, but I think it really comes down to execution. The way we handle ourselves and the way we're disciplined. I think that's what will push us over the edge tonight. And they're coming after us because we've beaten the last 2 years. Last year at Ames Field, and then the year before that at home. So they're not very happy, but we're gonna make sure to make it 3 straight tonight.
Yeah, I agree. We just keep beating them. They're probably not very happy. So yeah, I'm excited for the game. I believe we'll win. So.
And I would just add that tonight is also Teacher Appreciation Night, just so everybody is
Absolutely.
aware of that. We're
Yep.
excited about that.
Yep.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with us about the high school football team?
Just be ready. It's gonna be our year.
Yeah, like he said, this is our year, and I really think as seniors that we really want to win that sectional this year and win that conference title, and it's really something we really care about, and we've grown through that our whole lives. That winning is when you get to the high school level, and here it is right now. So.
Yeah, obviously I'd like to say, we're coming after it this year. Won a conference championship, won a sectional championship, even want more than that, obviously. But I just like to say that we love all of our fans. Your support doesn't go unnoticed. We hear you at all the games, and you really do make a difference. You really help us shift the way the game's going when it's going bad, or help us give us more motivated even when it's going well. So.
Yeah, I agree. This year is just gonna be a really good year, and it may not be my senior year, but I understand. I also want to get that sectional title and go further than that, and just keep going and win anything, all of it, And yeah, just really excited.
Well, I'm looking forward to watching it. You all know I'm a crazy woman down the corner, so
Absolutely.
yelling for all of you because that's what I do.
Yep.
All right, it's going to wrap up today's edition of the CHS Weekly Report. I would like to thank the Chesterton High School football team for coming in. Good luck tonight. This has been Kristen Peterson for the CHS Weekly Report on WDSO. Nice job, you guys.